everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Reseller Ramblings. And we thought we'd go live today, even though Bargain Bell is not feeling so good.
No, this is commitment.
This is commitment for you. She really wanted to do this, so didn't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to go all technological. We're going to go handheld with the questions, so we'll see if that works. Undo it. And we've got a better light today because somebody mentioned on the last live that the light wasn't very good. Are we up? Just get on the channel. So yeah, we're just trying to get on to our own video so that we can see if there's anybody actually watching us. If not, we're talking to ourselves. So we're going to do, I went to Bowlers again this week. I got quite a bit. I spent £77.50 and I'm going to go through a few things with you to show you what I got. And then we'll take any questions if you want to say hello.
We've got Retro Reselling here again. Welcome back.
Hello, Retro Reselling 82.
And from the boot.
From the boot.
So Glutton for Punishment coming back to us too.
Come back, nice one. Is everything looking alright? Because it's looking a bit jumpy on here. Is it working? Give us a shout. Is it working? Nope. It's very jumpy, isn't it? Right, robotic, and it's 10 seconds later. A bit jumpy, but it's okay. Well, we'll do our best. I'm using a different setup. Last time I used a webcam on the Mac. This time I'm just going straight from the iPhone.
So just a typing bit. Okay.
Hopefully it'll rectify itself after a bit. So what's everyone been doing? Have you been car booting today? Tabletop sales, jumble sales? Where have you all been?
I'll admit I was snoozing while car boot Chris was out buying this morning.
Yeah. She went out a bit last night. Not too late, but late enough that she didn't want to do any booting this morning. So I went on my own. Who was in?
We have Adrian Wilding, Mr. Diggs Deals. Nice to see you.
I've watched some of your videos. Yeah, I have seen a couple of your videos. I think we commented on a couple, didn't we? Yeah.
We've
cool.
got Monumental UK. Welcome back. I recognise you from last time.
Nice one.
Yeah. Monumental's been booting today. Adrian couldn't get to a car boot unless you were snoozing like me.
Sometimes though, you just can't be asked, can you? Because like you've got to get up at, well, today I got up at 6 o'clock because I had to walk the dog and then cage it and then go to car boot because this one weren't here, so I had to do it all myself.
Like, that's a hardship. Seriously, don't ever let him make you believe that it's a hardship. He is addicted. Well and truly addicted.
I must admit, I don't like missing a Sunday. And I've not been that well myself. Like the back end of last week, I did have a couple of days off work. I didn't feel that very well at all.
Yeah.
But I'm okay now.
Whereas we go out and buy shoes, Chris goes to a car boot to make himself feel better.
Yeah, definitely. Go and spend some money. Go and spend some of the business's money and try and make some money.
So Retro Reselling went to a boot today, bit pants. But a nice few pics. Was that a bit pants because there wasn't many there, or because it's been quite decent weather up here, isn't it? So if there was an outdoor
I think it's been decent weather everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure an outdoor one would have been nice today. We've got Repairman's who's just come in. Hi, Chris and Belle. Hello. KLC Reselling. Don't recognise. Are you new to us?
KLC
KLC Reselling.
Oh, it's good to have you. Anyway, nice one.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Went
joining.
to first boot of the year. Rubbish for me. Need to go back to an indoor one.
It does put you off a bit when you get a bad one because you spent that time in getting there and all that. It does put you off a bit, but you just have to stick with it because they're very, very hit and miss, aren't they? Car boots. You can go 1 week to the same car boot, go back to the same one, and it can be pants the week after. So.
How was it at Bowlers this morning?
There was a lot outside.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I went into the second room. There's 2 rooms at Bowlers at the moment. I went into the second room. It was pretty much empty, and I thought, oh crap, what a waste of time this is. Everyone was outside. So, yeah. So, you keep an eye on the questions and the shout outs, and I'll go through what I picked up today. Now, today, lots of plushes. So, back to what I started with. I pretty much started selling plushes and toys. So, loads of plushes today.
And I have banned him numerous times from buying these things. Go on, what have I banned you from selling and you've got a load of today?
Oh, Build-A-Bears.
We have a box full of Build-A-Bears.
I've got tons. I've got more than a box full.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but now I tend to only buy the special ones, the licensed ones, the ones that are like Marvel and DC Comics and like the licensed ones, not just the boring old standard bears. So this was the first thing I picked up. It was literally the first thing I picked up at the car boot, and it was a right state. And you might think Care Bear is not worth much, but some of them are actually worth good money. This one's quite big. I've cleaned it up. I've put baby wipes all over it. I've disinfected it because it was pretty nasty. And now it's come up absolutely brilliant.
Good, isn't it?
So we're gonna bundle that with another Care Bear that we've got. So it should be a good price. But that cost me 50p.
Cookie thinks it smells good too, don't you?
It cost me 50p. So there should be some good profit in that when it's bundled up with another one.
I'll just give a hello to Pommy Pickers. Nice to see you back.
He's back again.
Yeah, back for more. Monumental. I never see a Build-A-Bear in the wild. Is that a vintage Care Bear? Monumental. I never see a Build-A-Bear in the wild. Am I reading that wrong or?
It's 2015 that Care Bear. It's not vintage, but it's still worth reasonable money. Especially because I'm going to bundle it with one that's already tagged as well.
We'll have a sniff.
Yeah. Cookie has to assess everything that Chris brings home of what random smells he's bringing into the house.
Right, I'll show you this one. This is an ice hockey top. Now it's absolutely massive. Actually, that is extra large, but it's huge. And I think because like your armour and your padding and stuff goes underneath. I think so. That's why they have to be so big. But it's got a signature on the front. It's actually Innsbruck ice hockey team in Austria. And I bought quite a few ice hockey shirts and jerseys, and they always pretty much sell. So I normally do pick them up. I've had a few from America. I've had the Manchester Storm ones. I've had Sheffield Steelers, and they do sell really well.
Have you done any research on that player with it being signed? Or?
I've not done any research on this. All it cost me £1. You can't go wrong with it. It's gonna sell. I mean, we can't authenticate the signature, but that will sell.
Ah, monumental. Never. Right. You mean you don't? How can you not come across Build-A-Bears?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. With every car boot, it's like you can guarantee they're on the stalls over here.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we have the Build-A-Bear shop in the Trafford Centre. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. This is Frankenweenie.
Yeah.
Frankenweenie. He was £3, and you might think that's quite a lot for a plush, but it is the official Disney store. I've bought this before. It sells for decent money. What are you laughing at? Some comment.
Yeah.
It sells for decent money, so off the top of my head, I would expect to £15 maybe for that. Maybe a bit more.
You have sold them in the past, haven't you?
Sold them before.
Yeah, and we were really surprised at how well it went last time, so you're a bit more prepared this time.
If you see those from that animated film, I would suggest you pick them up.
Yeah. No, Retro Reselling 82 said the only thing he picked up was a bacon and egg sandwich and a cuppa. I was really lucky because I didn't get out of bed, didn't have to go booting, and came home to a cooked breakfast.
Yep, I made a cooked breakfast.
Looked after.
M&M's Bear. From M&M's World, it was £2. I have bought M&M stuff before and it goes reasonably well. I can't see a date on this one, but it looks like it's got some age to it, so I expect that will sell. M&M's Bear.
Yeah, we've sold anything with M&M's on, doesn't it? Not even just plushes. We have a question from the boot. Said, have you sold your Disney Mickey yet? If so, how much?
Disney Mickey?
Which Disney Mickey is it? Is it one from the last video?
Did we have one?
I don't know.
Which one?
And we'll give a shout out. We've just had somebody join us. Loud Love 88. Hello, nice to meet you. Don't worry about being a bit late. You've not missed anything.
Yeah, you've not missed anything. Okay, next thing I picked up today were these 3 Suicide Squad plushes, and they come with the sucker things on the top. They were it was £3 for all 3, so £1 each. I've got things like pop figures and I've got comics that will all relate to these. So more often than not, I'll stick them in a bit of a bundle, unless all 3 look like they're going to go for a reasonable amount on eBay together.
I could probably tell you now, just from recent listings that I've done there.
I'm
going to have to put something with them.
Okay. But I can't leave stuff like that if it's only £1 each, because I like them anyway myself.
Alright, from the boot said it was the one Belle had listing it. Is it the one where he took the photograph of me, the really bad photograph of me listing something? Was that a Mickey that I had?
Oh, I know why you're asking me this. Because I think you got some as well, didn't you? On the same day, the same ones. Have you sold yours? I think you were selling yours a bit cheaper. I did my research. Were you selling yours for £10?
We'll go. One more question before you move on to your next thing. So, Pommy Pickers has asked, do they still have the car boot on the old British Aerospace car park on Greengate, Middleton? Have we ever been to one in
Middleton? Isn't that Bowley?
Yeah, could be.
That's Bowley. Yes, they do still have it if that's the one. Not Bowlers, which is my normal one, but Bowley. It starts in a couple of months and it runs just through the summer months. But yeah, that's still running that. It's very hit and miss that. I don't tend to find much at that one for some reason. Here's a Build-A-Bear. It's a reindeer or a moose.
Reindeer.
Well, this time of year it's a moose. Come Christmas, it's a reindeer. But you will not believe that was £1. It is in perfect condition. It's definitely going to be worth at least a tenner.
Well, you did have 2 similar ones, but they were like a more Christmassy version with light up antlers, weren't they? And you sold both of them at Christmas. Yeah,
so that was £1, so I'd definitely pick that up.
From the boot said, yeah, he got 4 and no, he's not sold them.
Yeah, I'm not worried if I put mine up at a higher price than yours, so you're going to sell yours before me. So
we haven't sold it though, have we?
No, not sold them. Mine's more expensive. I think I put mine up at 15 because they always have best offer on everything. So if I get £12, I'll probably be happy.
Monumental. Saw that bowlers crowd on your Instagram. It looked mad today. I'm amazed you managed to get so much. I mean, you said it wasn't as busy as it can be today, didn't you? If there was only one room. Was there one room and outside?
There was one. Yeah, there was one big room today and a lot outside on the car park. So what happens at bowlers is it's cheaper if you go outside rather than in, which is just stupid anyway.
Yeah, well, it's weather dependent, isn't it? Because you do get poor people, 1 or 2 stalls now and again when the weather's really bad and they've obviously paid cheap prices and they stood out in the rain.
Yeah.
Trying to keep everything dry.
I know, yeah. But yeah, there was a similar amount. It was still busy because there's not much else on at this time of year. You see.
Yeah.
I got these two trolls. This one's an electronic. That one's just a plush. I bought this one for £2. Because it has like this multicolour look to it, and I've not seen one of them before. It's probably 10 a penny. It's probably from somewhere like B&M. But when I bundle it with that, it'll probably be worth a bit more.
That one's pretty cute.
Like this.
Mm.
So yeah,
It's hug time!
If my lad's girlfriend is out like Harry's watching by any chance, she'll be drooling now. She loves her trolls.
if you want it, it's 20 quid, by the way. Cash only.
Oh, and by the
No
way,
PayPal. Ooh.
I did actually buy her a Build-A-Bear version of this.
Singing. Is that Zooey de Chanel or is that someone else? Cookie.
Got a few people here saying they've never seen Build-A-Bears on the car boots. Have
I'm
you
really
not seen
surprised.
them, or are you just not looking close enough? Because I can't believe there's not Build-A-Bears. I'm shocked with that. Like I said, it's one of the fetishes Chris has gone through where I've had to really
I
rein
wouldn't
him
describe it as a fetish.
It's a fetish. It's a fetish. Every time you went, you came back with bundles of Build-A-Bears.
Because they were a reasonably easy sell, and you can post them and they don't break, obviously, and that's why I got into plushes, because they were quite easy to research, they were easy to package, they were easy to sell. But then I started getting a stockpile because I was buying bog standard bears, and they're just not worth anything unless they've got a really good outfit on them. But other than that, always try and go for the licensed ones. I saw two today that I didn't buy. You'll be happy, actually. There was a Batman Build-A-Bear with a full outfit on, and a Spider-Man Build-A-Bear. And Cookie, come out of there, please. Move.
Yeah, if our system completely crashes now, it's because the dog's deciding to play around. Come here.
Camera's gonna go flying in a
Pups,
minute.
this way. This way. Come on. Go.
Yeah, there was a Batman and a Spider-Man, full outfits, but she wanted £8 each, and she wouldn't budge on it, so I just left it. I left them on the table because £8 each is too much. Even if it's just too much. They might have been worth 15 or 20, but it's a bit risky spending £8 on a Build-A-Bear unless you really do your research.
The things sell well, don't they? Because we've had a couple of the Build-A-Bear cars, the big plush cars, and if you can find those, they resell really quickly.
We had a Batmobile.
Yeah. And
We had, what's that pink one?
I think that was just a generic pink car, but they both sold really well, didn't they?
Right, here's a bundle that I got. I like doing bundle deals, a bit like American Pickers, because they like doing bundles, don't they? Because I tell you why I like doing this bundle, because I really wanted this one, which is a zebra My Little Pony, and it's worth 30 plus pound, and she wanted £10 for it. And you might say, well, just pay £10 because if you're going to make 30, it's worth it. But she had some other bits on the table, so I thought I'd try and get a bundle out of her. So she wanted £5 each on the other items. So I got this, which is worth about 30. I got this Easter bunny, which I'm going to call it an Easter bunny because it's nearly Easter, obviously. What else? I got this one. I got this one, another My Little Pony, and this Disney, is it Lion Guard?
Yeah.
It's Lion Guard because if you look at that little logo, that's Lion Guard. All that lot for 20 quid. Now, considering she wanted £10 just for the zebra and £5 on each of the others, I basically got £10 off. Should have been 30, but I got it for 20. So I'm more than happy with that.
Robbed her child of all their spending money. That's what you did. Shouldn't
have been on the stall then, should it? People want to sell their stuff, and they've got to be willing to bargain and negotiate. I hate it when people, when they're asking a lot of money, I hate it when people don't at least have a little room for manoeuvre. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got all that lot, which I thought was decent. Any more questions?
We have Repairmans, yeah. His question is, what are all the figures behind you and are they for sale?
Oh, what can you see?
Everyone can see a lot. To be fair, you can only see a small selection of what's in here. This is our movie room. This is Chris's personal collection that's in here.
Yeah,
this-
I do collect a lot of figures. So when I'm finding figures at a car boot, I either keep it or sell it.
Yeah.
So I've got tons. You can't see what's over there. You can't see what's there. Up here. So I've got them everywhere.
Got quite a cool
over there.
Quite a cool selection. And it all started when we first got together, and he had a little glass. Actually, it was the glass shelf that's behind us with a couple of toy cars on it for like Batman and Hulk and stuff. And then I bought you the ball out of the Tom Hanks film.
Oh yeah, Wilson.
I bought him Wilson, and that's where it all started. And now we have a room full of stuff, don't we?
Yeah, I started collecting from that point onwards. I need a couple more cabinets to display things properly because I've got boxes of things that aren't even displayed, even in addition to what's in here already. Yeah. Maybe I should give them a tour. Not today because I'm rigged up in a special way, but we could do a tour next time. Would you want a tour of the movie room just to have a look at all the figures and stuff? If you would, then I might do that in future.
I suppose this is the equivalent to Chris's man cave, isn't it?
This is, yeah.
This is your man cave.
Well, you can see behind us we've got two banks of seating, one's higher than the other, and then we've got a 125-inch screen there, which I watched the football on today, which was really good. Sorry if you're a Chelsea fan, by the way.
Yeah. Even when he was patting Pep on the head at the end, weren't you? Your little shadow was playing around on the screen.
Yeah, I don't think they know what you're talking about. Right, okay, let's carry on. Keep an eye on the questions.
I'm quite impressed with this. Somebody's put lots of Furbies and pitch. You pick Furbies up. Furbies are a good reseller, aren't they?
They can be. Depends what you pay for them, of course, like anything else.
Well, listen to this. What somebody picked up. Somebody found a Gizmo Furby.
I've seen them.
And started it for 50 and bought it for 50p.
Ooh, that's naughty. I'm not having that.
That was loud, love 88. How cool! We'd have been impressed with that.
I'd have grabbed that straight away. Why would you sell it for 50p? Why?
Have you resold that? Is that something you've resold? If so, what have you sold it for?
You'd keep that. With Furbies, I do buy a lot of Furbies, and they nearly always sell eventually. But I especially look, and this will be obvious if you know Furbies, I especially look for the crystal ones with boxes, ideally. And the crystal ones can sell for like £20 upwards. The standard ones, I look for unusual colours. So if it's just a straight polka dot one, you've got to buy it cheap to make any money.
So a couple of people in here say they've got the ET Furbies, but they've
boxed. I've had that.
Which they're not selling at the moment. Someone's putting one on the penny. Where did I read it? Penny auction.
Right.
Not sure what that is.
Starting a penny on eBay? You mean on an auction? I've had the ET one before. I've had a boxed one. I've had an unboxed one. I don't think they're going for as much now as what they used to be. The boxed ones, I think they were, I don't know, £25-30. Might be wrong on that. But...
Everybody wants to see your room, by the way.
Alright.
Yeah.
Next time then we'll do
a movie
tour.
tour would be awesome.
Movie tour. Right, now this one has got a special meaning, and it's a Hard Rock Cafe Orlando glass, and I paid 50p for it at a stall today, and I walked off, and then this guy, if you're watching, hello, he came running after me, and I thought he was going to say, oh mate, sorry, I couldn't sell you that for 50p, it's £2 or something. So I was prepared for that, but he actually said, oh, are you Car Boot Chris? So this is about the third, fourth time now that I've been recognised at a car boot sale, but he was really nice, and he shook my hand and he said, I'm a subscriber and keep up the good work. So that was nice, so thanks for saying hello.
I miss all these. I've never been with him.
She's never seen. She doesn't believe a word
No,
I'm saying.
I think he's lying.
You don't believe me, do you?
No.
That's about the fourth person that said hello while I'm at a car boot. But yeah, it's nice, but it's funny because you just don't expect it. So I was surprised as always. But thanks for saying hello. It was nice to meet you. But he still sold me that at 50p, which I guess he could have like tripled the price or something, or sold it me for something silly because he knows I'm going to resell it. But he didn't, so that's nice. But I probably wouldn't have paid more than £1 anyway. So he priced it right. That's actually surprised me how much this is worth, because I bought it expecting it to be worth £8, £9, £10. So at 50p it's not a bad buy, but actually they're going for £15 plus.
Because you thought they'd be quite popular, wouldn't they, with it being Orlando?
With it being Orlando, I'm thinking there's gonna be less of them than the Hollywood ones. But actually £15 plus, so not a bad buy. So thanks for the gent to sell me that for 50p.
Retro Reselling says, money, it's all over the place. He's took over half his son's room. As well,
That's
need
a bit
more
tight.
room.
How old's your son?
As it's forever expanding. We won't go down there with somebody saying chuck your son out, because that's probably something that Chris would do if it meant he had more space.
Too right.
Oh, so they got it from a house clearance, that Gizmo Furby. And you said you sold it. How much did you get for it though? That's the interesting thing. Let us all know. 50p, what was your markup on it?
Now, I like these. They're not always worth a lot of money, but we've done a lot of trips to Orlando, Florida, and the Disney parks and stuff. And these are Disney Vinylmations. They're boxed, albeit the boxes are a bit knackered. But they were £2 each, so there was no way in this world I was going to leave them on the table at £2 each. That one's like a nerd version. That one smells of grape soda, and it genuinely does smell of grape soda. And that one's like flags around the world. But it depends how rare they are. They're probably not that rare. I've not looked at them, but
you've sold them.
I have sold them.
You've sold them not even in the box before now.
Oh yeah, they always sell they'll always sell like anything at the right price. But whether I'll make a lot on it at £2 each, I don't know.
I think we've missed the boots. Oh, the boot's going. Bye, the boot. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, is he going to bed? Is it bedtime?
No stamina these days.
Right. These two little ones, you'd probably pass these up. I think most people would pass them up. But they're Alton Towers Resort, like bag key rings. That's Smiler, the ill-fated Smiler. And I'm not sure what that one is, but I'll check it out. But generally, I've sold a lot of Alton Towers and theme park plushes. So those are £1 each. And I hope to make a little bit of money, and I'll probably just stick them together depending on what they're going for. But it's always worth looking out. I sold a big Smiler plush with a head that turned round recently for like £20 or something. So yeah, those. How's everyone doing?
Everyone's doing okay.
How many have we got in? Does it say?
I have no idea. I'm not that technical.
Yeah.
If I touch it, something will happen.
It'll go.
A few people saying
people
that they have been recognised by the mum when they've shown up, and
who's been recognised by the mum?
I think it was Retro Reselling 82. Money Mental, the only time they got recognised was by Hutch from the Car Boot Bible. Have you ever met any other resellers while you've been? Have they all just been subscribers? What about the lady that recognised you the other week?
She wasn't a reseller.
Was she just on a stall at Bowler's?
Oh yeah, she was just running a stall, yeah.
She said that due to watching you, that's why she was there that week, because you'd mentioned Bowler's in the live video.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that on the live last time anyway, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving along. Pop figures. And I very rarely see them. I think I'm like the last person to pick pop figures up. No, I probably said that wrong. I'm like, they're nearly always gone by the time I see them. So these are all unboxed, and all these cost £10 on 2 different stores. So I've got a Batman. I've not looked at what derivative it is, which version. Captain America. Can we see these on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know who that is.
He's a baddie, obviously.
He's a baddie. Anyone know who that is? I got this one again. I don't know who it is. And finally that one. So effectively they were £2 each. But what I will do, because they're probably not going to be worth selling on their own because they're unboxed, and pops generally aren't worth a huge amount. But I'll probably put them with comics because I've got a shed load of comics. Almost every single Marvel, DC, whatever version, film.
So looks
So I'll
like
probably
the
put them
one.
with comics.
Looks like the one from Batman vs Superman. Was that the one where we said it looks like a baddie? You got it.
That one.
That one.
Yeah. But I don't know who that is. And I don't know who that is. I'm not big up really on Marvel because it's a bit crap really.
Ooh.
I like selling the stuff. I'm just not keen on the films that much. Other than Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not that keen on them.
I did my Suicide Squad. Is that? Oh no.
Oh yeah,
that's
that's DC. then.
DC, isn't it? Not Marvel.
I'm nearly at the end of what I picked up. The rest of it, I think, is clothing.
You said that the Batman figure's the one out of Batman vs Superman. Probably is.
Oh yeah. I got some clothing. I got this Henry Lloyd jacket. I bought it on a whim. I didn't research it. I thought the price was reasonable.
It's actually a really nice jacket.
It's quite decent really, and it's in really good condition. It was part of a bundle, so effectively it cost about £5 that as part of a bundle. But it's in good nick. I don't know the price on it though. Whether Henry Lloyd's any good really. I'm just dipping my toe, as I said last time. I'm dipping my toe into clothing because I just want to expand my horizons a bit on what I'm selling. Another Henry Lloyd jacket. If you can see there, it's like a sandy brown thing. Not my style, but it's for resale, so I won't be keeping it.
I think you should model them.
Oh no. It just looks silly on me that. Effectively that was £12 because it was part of a bundle with the other one. I might have overpaid for it.
Money Mental says keep talking, he's had 2 sales during the chat. This is the fantastic thing with eBay reselling. It don't matter what you're doing, you can still make money.
I like it best when I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
And you've got your holiday settings on or whatever, but you're still hearing the ka-ching, so you know you're still making money while you're on holiday. That's the best thing. The last thing I got as part of that bundle was this Adidas top. It's like a padded sort of thing, jacket, and that was part of the bundle. So this was £3. Hopefully there's a bit of money in it, but I have paid quite a lot on clothing there. I normally only pay like £1 or £2 on things.
Money Mental said that Henry Lloyd is a good seller, so let's hope so for us too.
The last thing, and maybe it's the best thing I picked up today, although I have done some research on it, is this.
And if you're a Potter geek like me, this is amazing. I love it.
You've been taught how to do it, I presume, yes? Our lives have fed your legend, Harry.
It is a bit creepy as well, though. Can imagine why some kids given that up.
It comes with a wand. It's like an interactive thing. I haven't figured out how it works yet. I've given that job to Bargain Bell.
Everyone's getting sales there while we're rambling. What about our sales? We're not selling anything. We want some sales.
Oh well. I'm glad you're getting sales though. So yeah, that were £4, and actually, you know, it's not worth as much as what we thought. It's worth about £15.
Somebody's put their nice little array from Home Bargains.
This is. Oh no, what they sold.
Ah, right.
Retail
Okay.
arbitrage.
See, I'm not clued up with all this acronyms and whatever else.
Well, when I first started doing this, I didn't know what people were going on about when they were talking about retail arbitrage. But that's what it's
What
buying.
is it?
It's buying like from shops brand new and then reselling it.
Oh. Learn something new every day.
So I think that is everything. All together, it cost me £77.50, which is quite a lot for me, really. But there was some big bundles there of stuff. So
Someone's asked, is that going on your shelf? If I had my
that's a
way,
good point, actually. To be honest.
it would go on the shelf because I have snuck a few bits of Harry Potter in here. It's slowly building.
I might actually, because it's £15, you know. So for the sake of it, cost me £4. So I'll keep it. I might keep that. It's quite nice.
Thanks, repairman.
It's a good idea.
So look out for it when he does his tour of the movie room.
What do people sort of sell most of? Like, do you have a speciality? What you always go to, like clothing? Or I have plushes and toys and pop culture type stuff.
Disney.
And Disney stuff.
Disney.
I expect a lot of people look for that stuff as well, like Disney and pop culture. So what do you guys focus on when you're looking for stuff?
I've got somebody trying to catch me out here. I know my Harry Potter stuff. Voldemort's real name was Tom Riddle.
What do they say?
Quiz. What was Voldemort's real name?
See, I would not have got that at all. See, I'm a big film fan, but I'm not a big Harry Potter fan.
No,
So.
we had this conversation yesterday, didn't you? You surprised me when we first got together and took me to the Warner Brothers studio in London to see the original Harry Potter sets. And when we got there and I was dumbstruck and couldn't speak, I was that excited. Chris admitted to me he'd never watched a film, so I had no idea what I was looking at and why he was so excited.
Well, that's what you do, innit? Sacrifice for your.
So we've got a few people here with what they sell. Money Mental says board games.
Now you see, I've never got into board game selling at all because I'm more worried about pieces being missing and having to stand there checking the board games for ages and figuring out if there's any bits missing. Maybe it's because I'm not a board game fan anyway. Maybe you've got to be into board games.
But you have had a few people say that board games can
Yeah,
quite good money.
I've seen. Yeah, I know quite a few resellers do get board games, but I think I've still got one in the back that I still haven't listed from months ago. I just can't bring myself to list it.
Repairman's is Lego at the minute.
Yeah, another thing I'm not getting into. See, that's interesting.
But to be fair, I think with Lego, it's getting people to sell it cheap as well because I think they know the value in it, don't they? So it's...
That is true. People know the value, don't they, of Lego, you see. Even like, I've seen I've seen loads of Lego on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and it's stupid prices, and I'm not even willing to entertain it. Come over here, Cooks.
Come on, before you crash us. Here. She knows if she goes round there, we're going to give her some attention.
What else are people doing?
Retro Resell still trying to catch me out. You didn't ask for a middle name, you just asked for what his real name was.
Shall I Google it quick without anything?
No, he's given me there.
Yeah, but he's cheating. He's on Google now trying to find the question that you can't even answer.
KLC Reselling says close for me, takes up little room for lots of stock. Monumental hates board games, but he sells them. So the theory doesn't work there.
So he's just doing it for the money. That's
Yeah.
fair enough. Good call.
Retro Reselling, retro toys, figures, books. So you're a bit of a all-rounder.
Yeah.
But retro stuff. The Repairman's bought a few big Lego bundles before Xmas, takes an age to sort them. But
Yeah.
you enjoy it. Your second childhood there, isn't there?
Yeah, I bet you're building like little cars and things. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just build a little car and whiz it around the carpet.
Well, you've got to showcase it, haven't you, I suppose?
I think it doesn't help with me with Lego because when I was younger, I used to get bought like Technic Lego. And someone bought me, well, it's probably mum and dad, bought me a big Technic Lego car like this. And could I follow the instructions for that? No, not a chance. My brother had to fix it up for me. I think I was about 10 or 11 years old.
to be fair, what was your response when I bought you the Walking Dead scene set up and I didn't realise it was basically a Lego kit, wasn't it? And you sat there for hours putting it together.
It was about that big as well.
It was tiny.
Walking Dead, it was almost like a Lego set, but not proper Lego. It was like pieces you had to put together.
Yeah, that was funny. He was getting really stressed. What else have we got? Hero Quest is a great seller if you can find it.
Atmosphere sells well, doesn't it? I mean, I used to have that as a kid. Atmosphere, I think I've seen some people selling that.
But sold a Ghost Castle a few weeks back for 50 quid.
Oh yeah, you put that on your Instagram, didn't you? Yeah, I saw that. That was a good sale. So
Was that Lego?
no, Ghost Castle. It's a board game.
Oh. Sorry. What else have we got in here? Manny the gender confused mannequin is modelling the monumental clothing range now. Okay.
What does that mean?
Are
you reading it properly?
It says Manny the gender confused mannequin is modelling the monumental clothing range now, so I'm assuming whatever.
Manny the gender confused mannequin. Okay.
Yeah. One of the mannequins that you want. It's obviously not a boy or a girl.
Oh, get you. Yeah, I'm looking for one of them, like a bust on a stick that you can put your clothes on. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he could have had the choice of two a few weeks back in a charity shop of all places, and they were actually selling the mannequins, and you turned your nose up at them, didn't you?
I decided not to, but then when I came away, I thought actually that's probably a good idea because at the moment I'm hanging clothes on the back of my door, which isn't best ever.
No. Monumental says he does well at buying digital cameras on eBay at auction and then selling them on.
I've seen a lot of people buying like 80s, 90s cameras, you know, the ones that take films. Obviously, I'm sort of too young to remember that sort of era where you had films in cameras.
Whatever.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of people selling them. Even, you know, like the crappy cameras, the black ones that are like Olympus or whatever, Olympia. And they at the time they cost about 10 quid. Well, they're going for good money now, aren't they? So yeah, that might be something worth looking at.
And you got the wrong castle, apparently. That was Forbidden Territory at £46.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
So I think we have exhausted all our stuff today.
Yep.
And as much as I enjoyed doing the last video, I really need to go to bed. I'm feeling so rough. Not that you can tell. I've covered it with polyfiller, as Chris called it before. Put your polyfiller on and smile. No one will notice.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit mean. Sorry, we started the end tune there a bit early. So anyway, so we're going to call it a day because she wants to go to bed and she's not going to shut up moaning, are you? Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, because then you'll get a notification, especially when I'm going live, like today. Don't forget also, I'm on Instagram. I was promoting everyone else's Instagram a little while ago and didn't promote my own, so that was a schoolboy error. So look on Instagram for Car Boot Chris, and you'll find us on there. I do other stuff on there, so I'll post little mini hauls, or I did a little live video the other day on Instagram just for something different. Just sort of behind the scenes pictures and stuff like that. Also, we've got a Facebook page, so have a search for Car Boot Chris on Facebook. Have a search on Twitter as well. So there's plenty to be going at, and we're going to say goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in with all your questions, your comments, and maybe we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. We'll do another live. So let's see you later.
Bye. I think I'll do finger dancing. Less energy.
Do a bit of mank dancing. Yeah. That's like a weird robot. See you later. This is awkward. I've got to go around the back now.